Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've had this project sitting on my shelf for about 4 months and I'm just now getting around to doing a YouTube video to share with everyone on what we did and how we did it. I introduced this idea to this young lady who owns this house and this small garage here of putting this type of trim around the 3 garage doors and the 1 man door on the front. It's a really cool look. I like the way that it steps out at the top. It's a stair stepping design. So we just build it out with pieces at the top, and then we put that shape. It's actually a pot shelf that you can buy at the Stucco material yard, and then we just build it out behind it, and it gives it a really cool look. We did the scratch and brown coat already on this house, and the body of the house is going to be a regular stucco, and we're using acrylic stucco on the foam, so it gives it more strength. This is all we used for this job right here. We have 4 pieces of shaped stucco trim and about 20 2x4s. So grab yourself your chop saw and a few other tools. You're going to need a table saw, and get yourself a table to set everything on so you have a nice workspace. And this is a 3500 RPM DeWalt reversible drill. Get an extension cord, and you're going to need some 3M 90 spray adhesive and some 2-inch mesh tape. So you've got your ladder, and then you want some plastering tools, and last but not least, what type of finish are you going to be using to put on your trim? So the first thing I like to do is mix my mud, because everything else I'm going to be doing pretty fast, and I want my mud to be ready. If I mix the mud first, it'll take an initial set, and then after 5 minutes I can break the set, and that mud's going to last me about 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes or an hour before I have to add water and temper it, if at all. Get yourself a black felt tip marker to do all the marks for your cuts. They work better than a pencil or a pen. And see right here where I have this is really built up. It's kind of funky in the back, but it can be done. It is rather simple to do. This piece right here on the top of the garage, I have 2 pieces. There's a 2x2 and then a 2x4. And then behind this 2x2 is a little sliver just to bring it out just enough to cantilever over that first 2x4 that we have on for the legs. So I've already got these first few pieces glued to the wall already. I haven't used any nails. Try not to use any nails if you can help it, because those cause leaks. This adhesive is strong enough, if your pieces are nice and flat, to hold the pieces on the wall without any assistance. So try not to use any nails, especially above a door or window. If you're going to be doing any work above a window, try not to use any nails. So when it comes to doing your miters, your chop saw is going to do the best job for you. And you can actually order the miters if you're going to, if you're afraid to do a miter cut, you can actually get these miters built on, these corners here built on to the foam trim when you buy it. But I've been doing miters for years, and it's just really simple on a chop saw. And see how this is it's stair stepping. The top is cantilevering over, an 3/4 of an inch on the very top, and a 1/2 inch over the leg on the bottom. So after you've got your miters on, then you're pretty much ready to start netting the joints. Grab your spray and your adhesive. Spray your joints. Let the spray take up for at least 15-20 seconds. Sometimes maybe even a minute or two. Like on these corners here, it's best if you let them sit up probably a minute or two. Let that adhesive set up so it's nice and tacky when you go to putting that mesh on. After you've got your all your joints are mesh taped and coated, then it's time to start putting your finish coat on. And we used acrylic. Right there on that piece right there, I had to fill in the back, and I used little slivers of foam to help me fill in, kind of like doing baccarat and caulk. When you're doing finish, we used acrylic on this shape here, on these, around these doors. I like the acrylic best for this application because the foam trim does not have any suction on it at all. So that whatever coating that you put on top of the foam, it just sits there. It doesn't get drawn in. The water doesn't go into, doesn't suck it in like the rest of the house on the 3-coat stucco. Well, that came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. The owner is really happy with it, and now all we have to do is finish plastering the rest of the house, and we're out of there. We're doing skip trowel texture on the front in between the garage doors, and on the rest of the house we're using smooth finish plaster. It's conventional plaster. It's not acrylic like the trim, but they are going to paint it anyway. And with this acrylic, you can sand it on the corners. You can sweeten up those corners with a little bit of sandpaper. Here it's leaving a little bit of blue residue, but I'm not worried about it. That can wash off. Besides, it is getting painted anyway. If your man has some downtime, it's a good idea to maybe have him clean out the truck and get your truck looking nice while you're sweetening up the corners on the bottom of the foam trim. All it needs is a little TLC right now. Try to cover as many of those blackheads as you can. Even though it is going to get painted, the white is a fascinating color, and who knows, the people might not want to paint it when I'm done. On the front here, it's smooth finish. The owner wants to paint a mural on the front, something Polynesian. This is a Polynesian landscape. The smooth finish plaster around the patio turned out beautiful. Okay guys, well that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, click like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And we're going to see you again real soon, because we got some awesome material coming up and you're going to love it.